All right, in this video, we are going to do the assessment training for 4.3a, which is what your assessment will be on. So it says a boss multiplies both sides of the equation of 8x minus 2y equals 8 by 4. So 4 is called a factor. Now it says by what factor should he multiply both sides of the other equation by? So if you notice, this is 4, so that's why he multiplied this by 4. Now we have to figure out what to multiply the first equation by, and that's the negative 8. The reason why you have to create opposites. When you multiply negative 8 by 4, you're going to get negative 32x. And what he did, he created a positive 32x. So then we're going to multiply. So negative 8 times 6 is going to get you negative 48y, and then equals negative 32. Then continue to multiply. Equals 32. Now that we have opposites, we are allowed to eliminate. So this is going to get us negative 56y equals 0. Remember, our y is still showing. So now it's a one step. And we are allowed to have y equals 0. Now, since we have y equals a number, we're going to choose an equation. I'm just going to choose the first one. And instead of y, I'm going to plug in our 0. So 6 times 0 goes away because anything times 0 is 0. Now we have a one step, and my x equals 1. So that's an ordered pair. Remember to write it x comma y, which is 1 comma 0. Now this part was a little confusing for some students because Amal did it one way and Salwa did it another way. It says Amal says that the first step should be to add the two equations to eliminate the y. Now if you look at the two equations, which let me write them down. If you add them right away, the reason why the y's can cancel is because they're already opposites. We do not need to multiply by anything. So that goes away, and this time we're adding the x's. So 1x plus 4x gets us 5x. Negative 4 plus 8 gets us 4. Now, if you're not comfortable with fractions, since this is a terminating decimal, you can keep it a decimal, you can keep it a fraction, it doesn't matter. Which equation looks easier? I'm going to choose the second equation. And then you're going to plug in the x. So 4 times 0.8 plus 3y equals 8. So 4 times 80 is 3.2. Once again, you can keep this a fraction if you want. I think it's easier to deal with terminating decimals. So then 8 take away 3.2 would get me 4.8. And now it's just a one step. So 4.8 divided by 3 is going to get me 1.6. Now, if you kept it a fraction, let's see, 0.8, if you hit menu, number 2, approximate, that's 4 over 5. And then 1.6, if you hit menu, then 2, and then 2, it's going to be 8 over 5, sorry. So either one would be right. Now for Salwa, it says the first step should be to multiply the first equation by negative 4. So let's try that out. We have x minus 3y equals negative 4. And we have 4x plus 3y equals 8. So it says that we should multiply the first equation by negative 4. The reason why, look it creates opposites. This was already a positive 4x, and now we have a negative 4x. If you do it the way that I taught you, you would multiply by 1, and that doesn't change anything anyways. 1 times 4x gets you the 4x. If you want to do that extra step, please do so. Then this gets me positive 12y equals positive 16 plus 3y equals 8. So then I'm left with 15y equals 16 plus 8, which is 24. And if you simplify that, if you say 24 divided by 15, you're going to get y equals 1.6. And then you just plug it back in. Three times 1.6 gets you 4.8. Add this. So x equals 0.8. If you kept it a fraction, you're going to get 4 over 5, comma 8 over 5. So who is correct? They both are. Because they get the same answer. Amal was able to cancel the y's, and Salwa canceled the x's first. There is no right or wrong way as long as you create opposites. That's all you need to do. There will be a word problem on there. X's will be pizzas because it came first. Y will be sandwiches. So then we have 4x plus 5y equals 117. And then we have 6x plus 8y equals 180. So all you need to do is make opposites any way that you can. There's no restrictions. You can do it the way I taught you. Change one of the first numbers and keep the other one. If you do that, negative 24x on the top, you're good to positive 24x on bottom. Sorry, that should be a y. Now negative 6 times 117 gets you negative 702. This gets you a positive 32y. 180 times 4 gets you 720. Now that we have opposites we can eliminate, we're going to be left with 2y equals 18. Divide by 2, y equals 9. So the price of each sandwich is going to be $9. Pick the easier equation, plug that into. Instead of y, I'm going to write 9. Multiply, and then it becomes a two-step. And then x equals 18. So the cost of each pizza was $18, and the cost of each sandwich was $9. Same thing here. X is going to be your shirts. Hats will be the y. So it reads 4x plus 9y equals 102. And then 5x plus 11y equals 126. Okay, we have to create opposites. Going to make 5 negative and then keep that one. Once again, doesn't matter. Distribute all the way. So we're going to get negative 20x minus 45y. Negative 5 times 102 gets you negative 510. That got you 20x. This will get you 44y. And be careful. All the way over gets you 504. Divide by negative 1. So the hats cost $6. Plug it into any equation. Sorry, I'm running out of room. 4x plus 9 parentheses 6. So then we have 4x plus 54 equals 102. Now it's a two-step. 102 take away 54 gets you 48. Now it's a one-step. So the cost of each hat is $12. Now, if you were in one of my earlier hours, you have to make this a -5 for the answer key for number 6. Just to let you know, that should be -5. All right, for number 5, change one, make the other opposite. We're going to be left with 18x plus 12y equals 72. Sorry, this should be a +3 because this needs to be opposite, which it is now. Now this is -12y. The nice thing about this, it goes away. We're left with 0 on the left, and then that equals 96. So there is no solution. Now, if you made this one -5 at the end like I asked you to, we're going to get IMS. So keep one, change the other. Doesn't matter which one you keep or which one you change, as long as you do it once. So that gets you the +32. That gets you a +24y. That gets you a +40. The nice thing about this, everything cancels. So 0 equals 0. So that's going to be an IMS.